philosophy has to be purged from you. That's number one. And number two, you have to accept the firm foundations of Torah. I don't know if your converting rabbi drilled that stuff into your brain or not, but I'm going to guess he did not. Because I don't think you're the type of person that if he did tell you all those things, that you would renege on that. So I'm going to say he didn't drill that into you.
Okay, we're not going to talk about the specifics of what certain rabbis drilled or did not drill and what I swore to and what I didn't, but I will give you this. I'll give you this. So,
fair enough.
There are two main approaches to conversion to Orthodox Judaism. So one approach says, when you convert to Orthodox Judaism, there's no longer room for philosophies that are contrary to Orthodox Judaism. Orthodox Judaism is not just a way of life, but it's a way of viewing the world.
Absolutely.
And you have to take on a different view of history than the non-Orthodox have. For instance, the non-Orthodox say that the Exodus from Egypt did not occur as the Torah describes it. The non-Orthodox, point out all sorts of historical errors in the Bible that they say are historical errors. The non-Orthodox believe in evolution.
Why do I have to say non-Orthodox? Just say the heretical movements.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can say what you want to say, and I'll say what I want to say.
All right.
So, there's this tends to be the more traditional branch of Orthodox Judaism. This tends to be the rigorous, who are pushing for more rigorous standards of conversion to Orthodox Judaism, the ones who invalidated a lot of more quote-unquote modern Orthodox conversions. So you've got the more traditionalists and the rigorous on one side, and then you've got those who say, okay, if you want to convert to Orthodox Judaism, I want you to read the Pasha every week. I want you to know how to prepare food on Shabbat. I want you to observe the laws of Shabbat. I want you to know this, this, and this. But they don't really ask you what you believe. They make you affirm that you're going to swear that you'll send your kids to an Orthodox day school. They make you swear to various things, but they don't really drill you on what your beliefs are. So there are kind of like two approaches to conversion to Orthodox Judaism, and I've had experience with both approaches. So does this correspond with your understanding of reality too? Because there are certainly approaches to Orthodox Judaism, very big, very foundational. Okay, you need to accept this belief, this belief, this belief, and these beliefs, and anything contrary to these beliefs you need to let go from your way of thinking.
Right, absolutely.
And then there are other paths to conversion. That's what you would say is the way to convert to Orthodox Judaism.
That's Torah Judaism, right
then
there.
There are other ways to convert to Orthodox Judaism that don't talk a lot about what you should believe, but say, okay, you need to know these halachas, you need to do this, and you need to be able to read Hebrew, and you need to promise to send your kids to an Orthodox gay school, and you can't eat in non-kosher restaurants. And there are all these behavioral demands, but the things that you should believe, they're not really brought up. Or they're brought up in the sense of, okay, let's study the beliefs of, what are the Rambam's 13 essential principles of the Jewish faith, but they don't sit you down and grill you. Now, do you believe that every word of the Torah comes from God?
So you could actually just, walk through your conversion, or not you personally, but a person could walk through, and they could hold on to Jesus the whole way.
No, I don't think they could hold on to Jesus. And converting rabbis are actually pretty good, in my experience, at least in California. In fact, all 4 conversion programs in Los Angeles are really good at sniffing people out who have any sort of Jesus belief. And they're also really good at sniffing people out who aren't going to have the behavioral commitment to Judaism. So I would say that each of the 4 conversion programs in Los Angeles produce graduates with more than 95% remain Shomer Shabbat after they finish the conversion program. So I would say all 4 programs are good at sniffing people out. But some of them would not be as rigorous as you would want in sniffing out philosophies that are incompatible with the traditional Torah.
Right. I can tell you this. The Stipler's son is Rav Kanievsky. I mentioned this before.
Mm-hmm.
He poskin that even if a non-Jew drops Jesus, whatever, right, takes on the whole Torah, all 613 mitzvahs, and they keep Shabbos, and they keep kosher, and they give 20% of their money to tzedakah, and they have payas and the beard and the whole geschäft. But they believe that it's possible that evolution occurred and the universe is older than 6,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot be converted. And if they were already converted, retroactively, it's considered invalid, and they're a goy, retroactively. Because they'd never, part of the, what did you call it? The agreement, or whatever you call it?
Yeah, you make an agreement. When you
the agreement. Part of that agreement is that you're going to drop all of these philosophies that go against Torah. I would say you would have a problem with Rabbi Kanievsky right now. I think you're holding on to way too many philosophies.
I'd say a lot of rabbis would have a problem with me.
Really?
Yeah. It's hard to imagine.
I know, because Levi's such a holy guy.
Because I'm such a holy man. But also a lot of rabbis would have a heck of a lot of problem with you.
Yeah, but not
your Jewishness.
But wait a second.
They would have huge problems.
They would have a huge problem.
They would go out of their mind over you.
They would have a huge problem.
Just as many as would go out of their mind. Over me.
Nobody is ever going to be able to call me a heretic, though. Okay, because I don't espouse heresy. That's one thing I don't do. Right? I don't espouse heresy.
Come on, once I turn this thing off, you're telling me I don't believe in God, I don't believe in Torah, I believe in evolution.
Right. I don't espouse any heretical or hereditary beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So their complaints against me, although well-founded perhaps,
mm-hmm.
are minor offenses. Okay? They're nothing, they can't puzzle anything. They can't say, oh, he's a heretic, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing they can do. They can say that I'm an asshole. That I'm good with. They could say that I'm
they
nuts.
say you're a Hillel Hashem.
They can say I'm a Hillel Hashem. That's my favorite one, right? They can say he's a Hillel Hashem. They can say that, they can't say I'm leading people off the derech, right? Because you'd have to show me what I've said, how it deviates from the derech.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that I've ever said anything that deviates from the derech. If I ever said that I went off the derech, like, I might do something, like, that I don't have a heter for, I'm not saying that you should do it, and I'm not saying it's muter. If I were to say that it's halakhically allowed, I'm a heretic. I say I'm human, I do transgressions, and I don't follow everything. But that is not, like if I go out, let's say, and I go to the movies,
mm-hmm.
I know it's wrong.
Right?
I don't say the Torah allows us to go to movies, but I'll go.
Right?
I haven't gone to one over 10 years, but I do want to go to one with you next month.
Oh, the Casino Jack?
Casino Jack. We're going to do an Avera that night. Okay? What else do I do that would fit in that category? I don't know.
It's so hard to think of anything that you might do that's a little bit off the dome.
You asked me earlier. You said, is it okay to be in a football pool? I'm not going to be able to find a heter for that. Right? I'm not going to be able to find a heter for that. Okay, this is the point. It doesn't make me a heretic. It just means I'm doing an Avera. Right? I'm fine with doing Averas because I don't believe that anyone out here is perfect. So who the fuck can judge me? Right? I cuss. You may not know it, but I do cuss from time to time. Can you either do me a favor, open the door wide open, or close it because that draft is coming right at me, and it's like 49 degrees out right now. You don't realize it because it was like 80 today, but the temperature, the bottom just falls out.
I'll close
at
it
night.
in 60 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, the bottom, it's like the desert here, It's like really high temperature during the day, and then you turn off the lights.
Plunges to like 50 degrees.
Woo! It's right now, it's at least 49. I'm telling you, that is 49 degree. I may have to pull out a down jacket. Or my gloves and my mitts. So what are we saying here?
You're saying, at least I'm not a heretic.
Oh, Ginger's
now,
there.
I
Hi,
may,
Ginger.
I may do all these horrible things.
Well, I may do terrible things. I'm in a football pool, right? I mean, I don't actually have any money in it, by the way. I can't lose anything. I can only win.
Only your honor.
I can only win, right?
Yeah.
I'm in a football pool. I can't find a halachic heter for it, but I'm in it anyways, right? I'm not going to tell you that it's mutter to do, so I'm not a heretic. I'm just a guy